Hello, Dr. Rachel. Hope you are doing great. Well, I choose a topic that is very practical and has many insights and stories to tell based on my 10 years of experience at Paltel, a leading telecom operator in Palestine. It's worth mentioning that Paltel, as a landline operator, officially merged with its sister company, Jawal, a mobile operator in Palestine last year. They are still undergoing the merger process internally, but operations are currently consolidated under one team across all functions under the Paltel Group umbrella. However, my focus here will be more on Paltel itself. Knowing that both companies, Jawal and Paltel, has headquarters in both areas, West Bank and Gaza Strip. So my topic is in intrapreneurship towards customer success, because any innovation perceived by customers is based on internal entrepreneurship within the companies. I will take you on a journey, starting with the innovation context in Palestine, then providing a deeper understanding of Paltel through what I call it a resilience innovation lens. I will explore how innovation is managed in Paltel and how they use the innovation pipeline to stay updated with technology in a highly dynamic market. Additionally, I will discuss their weaknesses in this matter. So let's start with the innovation context. Even though the Palestinian market is relatively small, however, it's diverse in terms of the socio-economic challenges. The innovation context lens, I will introduce three aspects: the technological trend, the socio-political situation in Palestine, and a zoomed-in picture on Paltel. Technology in the fast-paced era has become a key driver to maintain the pace of innovation. The metaverse, for instance, was once upon a time a fiction, but now technology leaders like Microsoft, Facebook, and Google are making substantial investments in this area. This shift in transforming the way we use the internet. In the past, the internet was a tool for searching information. Today, it's a tool for connecting people, and tomorrow it will be a place for meeting and collaboration. In other words, according to Cisco, the number of Internet of Things devices will be like around doubled between 2020 and 2025. The data volume will be four times the data in 2018. And all these new demands needs high and reliable fixed broadband. Mobile broadband are a plus for such technology, but cannot compete the fiber optics technology, while it can cannibalize the XDSL, or what we call it, copper technology. Here is the problem. Paltel has the capability to provide high speeds using fiber, but the challenges are there. I will let you know how. As I mentioned, the Palestinian market is small. We are talking around 5.3 million citizens, or around 1 million households, while 89% of them are in the West Bank, where it faces illegal competition from the Israeli operators and under the financial support from the Israeli government, making 4G services from the Israeli operator affordable in a high competitive price that make it a real substitute for home networks in many areas, especially those near the Israeli settlement. Moreover, due to the geopolitical situation, Paltel cannot provide its services in many areas. Instead, they found walk-around solutions like microwave technology. On the other side, in Gaza Strip, that is under siege since 17 years, Paltel faced difficulties to enter the infrastructure equipment to improve the network in that area. Since 2016, it may take up to 1 year to enter new and few network materials to serve few thousands. Above all these situations, the telecom industry remains a contributor to the local GDP with around 3.5%, where over 500,000 households and around 800,000 businesses benefited from their services. So take a look about Paltel's services.
أخذت مجموعة الاتصالات الفلسطينية على عاتقها مواصلة الاستثمار في البنية التحتية الفلسطينية لتواكب التحول الرقمي السريع الذي اجتاح العالم. استثمرت ما يقارب 88 مليون دينار أردني خلال العامين الماضيين، الذي يشكل الاستثمار الأكبر في السوق المحلي. واصلت بالتل العمل على توسعة شبكتها وتطويرها حتى أصبحت أساس البنية التحتية لقطاع الاتصالات وتكنولوجيا المعلومات، والركيزة الأساسية التي تستند عليها مختلف القطاعات في فلسطين. سابقت الاتصالات الزمن وقامت بإنشاء مراكز بيانات متطورة شكلت علامة فارقة في قطاع الأعمال الفلسطيني. وبعد أن تم تجهيز مركز بيانات نابلس، قامت بإنشاء مركزها الجديد والأضخم في مدينة البيرة. حازت بالتل على ثقة قطاع الأعمال، وتعززت الثقة بالشراكة معها للحصول على خدمات مراكز البيانات المتطورة. وتعزيزا للشراكة مع كبرى شركات الوطن، فقد قامت بالتل بإنشاء مراكز متخصصة لقطاع الأعمال في فلسطين في مدينتي غزة ورام الله، لتنظم فيها مجموعة من ورش العمل التدريبية المتخصصة لمشتركيها من قبل أفضل المدربين المحليين والدوليين والمتحدثين في الاقتصاد والأعمال والتكنولوجيا. وحرصا على تقديم الجديد في العالم الرقمي، فقد نظمت بالتل أول مؤتمر دولي متخصص لمشتركيها من قطاع البنوك في تركيا بعنوان مستقبل البنوك الرقمية. أحدثت بالتل ثورة تكنولوجية في عالم التطبيقات من خلال إطلاق مجموعة من التطبيقات المتخصصة في مختلف المجالات الفنية والخدماتية، لتصبح خدماتها أسهل وأسرع وأكثر تطوراً لمشتركيها، إضافة إلى تطوير معارضها لتلبي تطلعات مشتركيها. واليوم بخدماتها واستثماراتها وموظفيها وشركائها، تبقى الاتصالات رائدة قطاع الاتصالات وتكنولوجيا المعلومات في فلسطين.
It's worth mentioning that this is not the official video translated in English, but I did it for the assignment purpose. Paltel provides data centers, which is one of the piece of art data centers in the region. So let's continue to the resilient innovation. Attempting all these ideas under the pressure of extraordinary circumstances is what we call it resilient innovation. Paltel during COVID-19 was highly resilient. First, it was resilient in developing new ICT services to help the business sector tackle their new needs in the digital world. They launched several ICT services targeting different sectors like education, banks, and IT-based businesses. Also, they renovate the mobile app called Paltel to simulate the full customer's journey in the digital world for the residential customers, including virtual showrooms, virtual technical support, authorized technical support as well, and much more. On the employees level, they adopted, as many businesses, the work from home approach and quickly apply all necessary requirements from systems updates to laptops needed in a highly secure and reliable network. Now, in these images, you can see Paltel's headquarters in the Gaza Strip before and after the recent conflict with Israeli forces. However, the focus is not just on the building itself. Paltel Group's network monitoring systems reveal that 83% of fixed-line users decide 54% of fixed-line sites and 50% of their main fiber optic internet lines across the Gaza Strip are currently non-operational. This is due to the infrastructure damage and fuel shortages caused by bombardments. 2 out of 3 fiber cables going out of Gaza were also cut. The consequences are severe. Like the Palestinian Red Crescent reported an inability to receive emergency calls from those trapped under rubble or injured on the streets, not to mention patients and who needs help in the normal situation. A friend of mine, for example, in Gaza, knew that the Israeli occupation will be bombing her sister's area. So she texted us on our friends group on WhatsApp, asking us if we can contact her sister, as relatively the connection in the West Bank is much better. We successfully contacted her, saving 2 lives just few minutes before the bombardments. Also, the war of narratives. Palestinian journalists and activists used the internet to expose the realities on the ground. The lack of internet access would mean silencing the Palestinian narrative. So the stress and immense responsibility on the company are evident. Are evident. In this context, resilient innovation requires the balance between sustaining innovation and disruptive innovation, where the people's needs will always at the center. So as a response to maintain service, they have established an operational war room from across companies' functions for comprehensive monitoring and development of fast-track solutions. One of their actions were setting up a network at a Shifa compound hospital specialized for journalist needs, where many videos documented the brutal massacre at the hospital few weeks after the installation of this network. Also, an internal communication system facilitates sharing ideas to address challenges and fulfill local community needs in their corporate social responsibility, where they are trying to come up with social innovative ideas other than the humanitarian aid. Recognizing the local community cannot wait for new technologies. Advocates from around the world initiated several campaigns, starting with eSIMs, but unfortunately, for technical issues, it didn't succeed, leading them to explore Israeli and Egyptian operators and even appealing to Elon Musk, but all chances failed. In conclusion, in this context, innovation in times of crisis requires fast actions, but often emerges from the people to meet their urgent needs. Therefore, in this company or any other company, when it comes to risk management theories and practices, should take into consideration the importance of fast-tracked innovation to enhance their resilience through documentation, through coming up with new ideas, and most importantly, how to make it fast-tracked in terms of policies and procedures. So, we understood the context and what is the outsider look about Paltel and Paltel Group generally. So let's see the insider look on how they applied the innovation management theory. In conclusion about Paltel's situation, they face 3-dimensional dilemma. Keep their investment in their network while sustaining a positive revenue and meeting their customers' needs from different sectors. So how they managed to do so? Using the innovation management aspects from strategy, culture, capabilities, and structure, I will elaborate more on the techniques they used. So let's start with strategy. According to their annual reports, it's obvious that the number of subscribers on the fixed line services is declining as a normal trend appeared in telecom operators worldwide. Here in the chart, you can find it clearly between 2021 and 2022. However, if it's divided per area and we analyze the events on yearly basis, we can conclude it's not a customer attitude, but a response to local challenges. For example, in 2021, there was a war on Gaza in which Palter reconnected thousands of disconnected fixed lines for free or minimal fees to keep Gaza people connected. In contrast, fixed broadband is increasing and the demand for high speeds is increasing too. In fact, this drives me to the 70-20-10 rule that suggests allocating resources as 70% for incremental innovation to improve existing products, 20% for adjacent or platform innovation to explore related opportunities, and 10% for radical or disruptive innovation to pursue groundbreaking ideas. Interestingly, 15 years ago, the 10% of disruptive innovation in the internet services will become the 70% of tomorrow's return, in contrast to the fixed line services. Furthermore, they realized that the evolution of the digital economy, where the ICT services are the umbrella for digitalizing all sectors, including the telecom services. Therefore, their strategy became from a company that provide telecom infrastructure services to an ICT service company. In fact, they translated this strategy into several tactics internally and across all functions where every team contributes to achieve it. So here, how it becomes a culture of innovation. Firstly, starting with inspiring leadership, who always meet the team from different management levels to share his vision and encourage innovation. Secondly, renovating the internal office designs through open offices with funky themes and comfortable layouts for fireside chats and meetings. Thirdly, the evaluation system for employees that includes clear items regarding innovation and creativity in solving problems and coming up with new ideas. Now, the third aspect, which is the capabilities, beside the financial position of the company, governance is a key capability where transparency and documented yet accessible policies and procedures are available. It provides a framework for decision-making, risk management, and accountability, ensuring that innovation align with organizational goals. Effective governance structures help allocate resources efficiently, manage risks associated with innovation, and establish clear responsibilities. Secondly, the company shows strong commitment to keep its employees up to date in terms of new, relevant, and required knowledge and skills through upskilling trainings and conferences, in which it reflected on their third capability, the organizational knowledge, where they have the expertise that gives them a competitive advantage. However, this highly experienced team has tacit knowledge, where many of these knowledge gone when they quit the job or being rotated to another department. Thus, based on SECI model, sharing tacit knowledge through socialization and externalization is crucial in this case to circulate the knowledge. The final aspect, which is the structure in innovation management, where Paltel restructured the internal organization to cope with the new demands in functions. For instance, to launch Anna Paltel and working on omni-channel projects, they created a new department called Digital Marketing Team, who are responsible on monitoring the social media channels, analyzing insights. These analysis dashboards and systems for all departments were developed by another team in the Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning department. They are just talented data scientists who know how to get the best out of the available raw data. And while we are talking about entrepreneurship, the employee experience new team are creative enough to make the innovation in the blood of the employees. A culture of innovation needs a solid pipeline. However, this is the weakest point in the innovation practices at Paltel because they do brainstorming frequently. They generate ideas. They send it as minutes of meetings via email, and that's it. Therefore, this is the main critical point that shall be addressed to complete the cycle of innovation, starting with the available database of ideas. And here, let me jump in and introduce another model or a complement model in what I'm looking for to tell you. GoDaddy. GoDaddy is a publicly traded internet domain registrar and web hosting company that has grown to become one of the largest domain registrars globally, offering a variety of services. I had the opportunity to be an intern with this company, allowing me to share an insider's perspective. Few years ago, they recognized the need to address competition in the field and expand into new markets in the USA, Europe, and in the Middle East. They also identified the necessity to enhance customer experience under their new vision, which is providing comprehensive services related to the digital appearance for businesses. The management initiated several changes. They developed a new strategy, rebranded the organization, and importantly, established practical routine for innovation. They designated every Monday as a day for collaboration and reflection, where each team member was expected to generate at least 3 ideas for improving a specific service through experiments. They created an internal systematic approach to collecting ideas under specific hypotheses related to customer success factors, evaluating it, prioritizing these ideas, and then prototyping it, testing, and ultimately approving them. This systematic approach aligns with what I'm seeking, a structured method. Now, this table can serve as a quick tool and a database for ideas, each of which has a score that considers various factors such as strategy alignment, availability or ability to execute, and the expected return on investment. And if this happened to Paltel or applied, I believe this will be as a collective intelligence and cumulative creativity and innovation. This is how we innovate. Thank you for listening.